Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 8th of January 2023. 8th January is actually the birth anniversary of Ramchandra Verma, Fearless Knight, Ashapurna Devi, Mohan Rakesh and Nanda. It is also observed as the death anniversary of Keshav Chandra Sen and Bimal Roy. On this day, Crazy Horse fought a final battle with the United States Cavalry. America's Democratic Party was organized, and Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was exhibited in America for the first time. Famous birthdays including Elvis Presley, Stephen Hawking and David Bowie. January 8th is also marked as National Bubble Bath Day. Going towards the newspaper, The Hindu states that Center seeks 6 more months to frame Citizenship Amendment Act rules. As many as 83 persons were killed in the protest and riots between December 2019 and March 2020 in Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Meghalaya and Delhi after the Cabinet Amendment Act was passed. The Hindu newspaper also states that is Omicron variant XBB 1.5's superior binding causing higher transmissibility. This colorized electron microscope image shows cells indicated in purple infected with the Omicron strain of the SARS-CoV-2 virus orange. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that PMGKY of the Tribal government looks at a rethink on wheat export ban. The measures, as senior officials said, are being taken in a calibrated way, taking into the account of supply of stocks in the market and the required distribution under the National Food Security Act and FSA. A new factor is that the overall distribution is now set to be lower in quantity after the announcement given that the additional allocation under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana launched in April 2020 to alleviate COVID distress has now ended. Indian Express also states that doctors criticize NEET PG cutoff to finish interning, with NBE trying to regularize admissions dates after the pandemic. The information bulletin released on Saturday states that the examination will conducted on March 5 and results released by March 31. The current cut-off date, he said, will make the most of the 2017 batch ineligible to sit for the PG exams this year. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that China ends quarantine for overseas travelers amid COVID surge. Chinese people rushed to plan trips abroad after officials last month announced that quarantine would be dropped, sending inquiries on popular travel websites soaring. Hindustan Times also states that subway train collision in Mexico City kills 1, injuries 57. Paramedics assist a woman after 2 subway trains collide head-on at a subway station in Mexico City. Going towards the economy of the country, Modinomics of the budget. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. International Monetary Fund Deputy Managing Director Antonetti Sayyah on January 6 called India a relative bright spot in the world economy, growing at rates significantly above its peer average. This is despite the OECD's global economic outlook in November, which is projected major headwinds that would show down global growth at 3.1% in 2022 and 2.2% in 2023. GDP projected to grow 7% in 2022 to 2023. First advance estimates by the center predicts the Indian economy is estimated to grow at a 7% 8% in 2022-23 as against 8.7% in the previous fiscal. Mainly due to poor performance of the manufacturing sector, the National Statistical Office NSO said on Friday. Attacks continue in Ukraine despite Russia's supposed ceasefire, is given by the World News. Ukrainian leaders had never agreed to the ceasefire announced unilaterally by the Kremlin on Thursday and timed Christmas in the Orthodox Christian calendar on Saturday, although Kyiv did not reject the idea outright. A local resident ran past a burning house hit by the Russian shelling in Kherson, Ukraine, on the Orthodox Christmas Eve. A great migration kicks off under COVID shadow. China expects over 2 billion people to travel over next 40 days. In Canada, Indian origin mom designs first safety certified multi-sport helmets for sick kids. United States cut down on Taiwan state transistors even as China steps up military pressure. Climate-friendly, affordable housing, is it possible? Indian American body celebrates a Biden nomination of Richard Verma for Deputy Secretary of State. Going towards the science and technology, IISER Pune's new material removes pollutants from water. The new material showed ultra fast removal of sulfur dimethoxy antibiotic from water almost completely. The birth of modern digital computer. On January 8, 1940, American researcher George Stiebitz's complex number calculator was declared functional and put into operations. Stiebitz used this device to demonstrate remote computing in September the same year. A.S. Ganesh takes a look at Stiebitz, who is seen as one of the fathers of modern digital computing, and his CNC, a replica of the K model built by George Stiebitz at the Common Computer History Museum. Is there a blood test to detect Alzheimer's before symptoms show up? Amyloid plaques on axons of neurons affected by Alzheimer's disease. Old NASA satellite falling from sky this week, low threat. This is a photo made available by NASA. The Space Shuttle Challenger launched the Earth Radiation Budget satellite in 1984 on Friday, January 6, 2023. The United States Space Agency said the 38-year-old NASA satellite is about to fall from the sky, but the chance of wrecking falling on anybody is very low. It is expected to come down Sunday night, give or take 17 hours. At last, there's a famous quotation by Henry David Thoreau, who is an American naturalist. He is also a diplomatist and diplomatist, and he is a writer also, a famous poet. Henry David Thoreau states that that man is richest whose pleasures are cheapest. Okay, thank you.